New details tonight in yesterday's deadly incident at a Lincoln restaurant. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Today, we're learning more about what happened at the South Lincoln Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, the man who was killed has been identified as 48-year-old Joseph Semino. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Zach Worthington is on the scene with more.
Rod and Megan, a day after a Lincoln man drove his truck through the front windows of a Chick-fil-A, investigators are still trying to figure out what led to the violent rampage that cost the man his life. On Wednesday, LPD identified the disgruntled Chick-fil-A customer who was shot and killed by a uniformed railroad officer. 48-year-old Joseph Semino was eating at the restaurant in South Lincoln at around 1 p.m. when he snapped.
Witnesses reported Semino was upset about the food he had received and grew agitated. They said Semino threw food from tables and had an altercation with another patron.
After leaving the restaurant for a few minutes, Semino backed his truck through the front window of the building, causing a panic all caught on video.
In addition to just driving his pickup into the business filled with employees and patrons, Semino was armed with a commercially available electronic control device.
After crashing through the window of the building, this man, Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad Senior Special Agent Christopher Hall, came into contact with Semino. Hall had been waiting in the drive-thru for his food. He got out of his car and commanded Semino to stop. Police say Semino ignored them and started coming toward Hall with a stun gun.
He attempted to create space between he and Semino, but Semino continued to advance towards him with this weapon. Special Agent Hall fired his gun at Semino, who died from the injuries on the scene.
It should be noted, Special Agent Hall, an 8-year veteran, is a commissioned Nebraska law enforcement officer. Police have not commented on whether his use of lethal force was justified. Fortunately, no one else inside the building was injured. LPD spent most of Tuesday interviewing witnesses and collecting evidence. They even searched Semino's Lincoln apartment looking for a motive, but didn't come up with one.
Despite a very tragic incident, I know that there was actions on the part of employees and patrons that undoubtedly prevented additional tragedy.
Now, the investigation is still ongoing. Semino's autopsy was scheduled for today, and Special Agent Hall will also be interviewed by Lincoln Police. And this death will not be classified until the investigation is fully completed. Reporting in Lincoln, Zach Worthington, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.